Hey guys, it's been a minute, and today I want to just talk about something real quick that I was bothering me. Every time I talk is because I want to rant. Alright, so today, as usual, I was on Twitter, and let me just say that this new feature that came to Twitter, Twitter Space, has been such an eye opener. An eye opener in the sense that I'm just looking at my time because I'm trying to keep this short ish. Okay, an eye opener in the sense that it's really difficult for people to express themselves in a very limited time frame, right? Or in a very limited way, basically. So when you have to tweet your mind, when you have to opine on something under 240 characters, you are a bit limited on how you can express yourself and how you can show your perspective, right? Because 240 characters is it's not that, it's kind of limited. But for you to understand how a person thinks on Twitter, for you to understand how this is just this person, this is how this person reasons, this is this person's mentality, you have to have been following their tweets. You have to be an avid follower of their tweets. You have to be an active follower, and you must have seen consistent tweets from them in this particular way. And this is how this person thinks. You get me? You cannot really get it from a one time tweet, is what I'm trying to say. But with Twitter Space, people can talk, they can express themselves, and there's no limit. A person can talk for hours, minutes, hours, and you can tell that, oh, this is how this person thinks, because out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaketh. Amen. So what I'm saying is that before Twitter Space, it was easy for you to just see somebody's tweets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their tweets, and be like, oh, this person is a good person, or this person is a horrible person. How can you think like this? So it's such a facade because anybody can tweet anything. But when people start to open up and speak, then it comes from a deeper place. It comes from a well of reasoning, and they forget that, oh, I'm trying to whatever, and they just say their real minds, and you can tell this is who they really are. Now to my point. I was on Twitter Space this morning, and I heard some things that I'm just like, but I never thought these people reasoned like this. I never thought these people had this sort of mentality. Like, it was very shocking for me because I've been seeing their tweets, and I would never have thought that they had those sort of, like. So I'm saying, when it comes to Twitter Spaces and people are expressing themselves, then there's a difference between when people speak and when people tweet. Now, what was so upsetting for me, I didn't really join on time. Like, I joined late, so I don't really know what the topic was or how it got, but I just heard some things for a few minutes, and it just upset me, and I left. But like, I'll talk about those things because they were really emphasizing on it. So the conversation was between a few guys, like two or three guys and a girl, and they were having different opinions. The guys were on one side, the girl was on one side, like a debate sort of thing. And I just knew that they were coming for her and saying, how can you be in a talking stage for 8 months, like you're wasting the person's time, like stuff like that. And she was trying to defend herself that, no, a talking stage for 8 months is very plausible, it's very possible, it doesn't necessarily mean you're wasting the person's time and everything. And the guys were saying things like, so some of the things they said, right, and I might be paraphrasing here. Someone said, if a guy chases after you for 8 months, the guy is slow or jobless. I don't know why my phone keeps sliding down. Sorry, I'm trying to get like you have to see all of this prettiness. So, like, if a guy chases after you for like 8 months, the guy is slow or jobless. I was like, wow. Somebody else said, you know what? See, don't let anybody deceive you. If anybody walks up to you, if any man walks up to you, now be listening to my words. Be listening to my words carefully, because me, I get upset when people come at me and say things and I know they do not listen. Listen to my words, so in case you want to respond, you don't respond in a way that I'll come for you. So somebody was like, if any guy walks up to you and he says, oh, I love your voice, it's your voice that attracted me to you, it's your intellect that attracted me to you, they are lying, they are playing you. That men, as far as men are concerned, they're only attracted by the physical. That's not even the word the person used. Like, he said, if a man approaches you, it's about sex to begin with, because he has seen you, you look good, and that's what he approaches you with first. I don't really have a problem with that, and I'll explain later. Something else the person said, I'm trying to remember. aside the you're being slow thing, and 8 months is whatever. Then the person said that if, and this is one that bugged me the most, the person said that if a man waits for you for 8 months, you're not putting out, you're not giving him nothing, and you're waiting, you're keeping him there, and he's waiting for 8 months, that's it's because he's waiting to get sex from you, and once he gets it, he'll leave. He said that I'm trying to remember the word. He said that it's a revenge psychology, that when you keep a man waiting for so long, they start to have a revenge psychology, and they will stay like, we died here, shebi she's here for me, this one, that one, oh Allah, we die here, when I get you, I chop, I clean out, I move. So he's saying you keep a man. So just listen, because when I start to bash it, I don't want anybody to say I don't explain. He said, once a man, you keep a man waiting for so long, and 8 months, because the girl gave an example of 8 months that happened with her and somebody, he's going to develop a revenge psychology, and he will stay. He's like, either he's slow or jobless, or he'll stay because he wants to do that whole revenge psychology thing, sleep with you and leave. But then there was a contradiction again, because these niggas were just contradicting themselves as far as I'm concerned. There's a contradiction, and another person was like, yeah, and even if you give him, even if you agree, because the person was like, because he said if he stays with you for 8 months, it's because he wants to eat and move. Because if you had given him in 1 week or 2 weeks, he would have gone. So I'm now like, I don't understand. So where are the good men? Because if you're saying that if a man stays with you for 8 months, you're trying to decide, you're not sure you want to be in a relationship, you're trying to decide, you are still in the talking stage, you're just still trying to get to know each other, and he's still there for 8 months, still showing interest for 8 months, that is a revenge psychology. He's waiting for you to finally accept so he can sleep with you and leave. But then you turn around and you say, because if you had given him in 1 week or 2 weeks, he would have taken what he wanted and gone. So where is the instance, I'm sorry about the noise, where is the instance in which the men are good? Because these two scenarios you've painted, that you say it's either or, because those are the only two scenarios you give. You say it's either or. If he waits for you, he wants to collect sex and go, revenge. If you give him fast, he'll collect sex and go. So men are bad. That's what you're saying, and this is coming from men. So I'm just saying, because some of the things that men say is the reason for the generalization that women have. Now, when a woman hears that and she takes that into her psyche, then when a man approaches her and he's waiting for her, she's going to be having in her mind now, this one is probably waiting to do me revenge psychology. This one is probably, and maybe he's not. Maybe he's a good man and he's just waiting. But she'll be having her mentality that, those men that I saw on Twitter Spaces, and those are men that I took in high regard, they said this about their own gender, so please, this one is probably waiting now to do me revenge psychology. And we lose good men. Because if you're saying if you give him fast, he will leave. If you wait, he will turn to revenge psychology. So you're saying all men, basically, you're painting your entire gender bad. Then when people say men as scum, and me, I don't agree to the men as scum thing, because scum has no gender. But sometimes men say things and you're like, but these are men talking about their own gender like this, so why should I have faith? Why should I have faith in you if you, a man, will say this about your own gender? That you, any man that is chasing a woman for a long time like this, he's slow, he's a simp, he's jobless. If he waits that long, perhaps that means he not even say perhaps, that means he's waiting to get sex from you and leave you. If you give him fast, he will also leave you. So you're saying in essence that men are trash. Because I like I said, I agreed a bit with when he said that men are attracted to the physical. That's true for the most part. Most times when men approach you is because they've seen you and physically you're appealing to them and they approach you. And for women, most times they fall for the things men say. Do you get me? But you need to understand, a thinking person, an intelligent person would know that this is not a universal law. It's not absolute. The fact that it's most of the time, even if it's 99 of the time, there is still the one that is the exception. So when intelligent people talk, they should know there is an exception, that they should make that exception. You cannot just tell me, look, if a man approaches you and he's telling you, oh, your voice was what captivated me, your intellect, he's lying. That's nonsense. He might be lying, he might not be lying, because there's a possibility that it's the voice that got him. It happened to me. Somebody heard my voice somewhere. I spoke somewhere. The person did not see me. But he kept looking for the voice. The voice was what he was so attracted to. He kept finding the person. He didn't know what I looked like. So how is it the physical that attracted him here? It's my voice. It happens. So for you to say it's a lie, he's lying, is only the body, is sexual attraction that brought him. It's not always the case. Most times, yes, but it's not always the case. Now, even in the case of sexual attraction, which is okay, because even me, when I see somebody, I'm attracted to intellect. It's intellect that keeps me, but he has to be my spec first. So it's what I see. I'm like, oh my God, damn it, this nigga, woo. And then we start talking, and if he's intellectual, then I probably will fall and give emotions and start catching feelings and the rest. If he's not intellectual, even if he looks like Zeus, I'm moving. And that's what I'm trying to say. So for you to say that he's chasing you and chasing you and chasing you for 8 months because of the physical, and he wants to get your body, that's a horrible thing. That's a wicked thing to do. Because the way attraction works, you see a person, you're attracted to them physically, you try to get to know them. 2 things will happen when you try to get to know them. Number 1, you meet the person, you're like, oh my God, this person is not just beautiful on the outside, they're beautiful on the inside. This person is worthy of respect, is worthy of honor, is worthy of me. This person is worthy of my time, is worthy of my emotions, is worthy of my adoration, is worthy for me to take serious. And then that physical attraction that you can say is sexual becomes something deeper. And when it becomes something this deeper, there's respect. You now honor this person. You now want this person in the entirety of that person. So including the body and the mind and the heart and the everything. When that happens, when physical attraction moves to something deeper, you're not going to be chasing that person for sex anymore. You're still attracted to the person. You will still want to have sex with the person, but that will no longer be the primary reason why you're chasing that person. Because you've approached the person because, wow, she's so beautiful, she's just my type, boobs, ass, whatever is your type, she's my type. You approach the person and you converse, you have conversations, you're like, God damn, her mind though. It's that her mind that will keep you chasing. Because a normal human being, if you approach somebody that is beautiful, looks like a marine goddess, and you approach her and you see there is no substance, she's not smart, she's not resourceful, everything she says is an oddity, the normal human being, that attraction is supposed to die. I met somebody was in my DMs, and the minute I opened the DM, I was like, oof, gosh. I went to the Avi, I'm like, oh my Lord, he's not my type, he's tall, he's dark skinned, he's fresh dressed, like, oh my God, he's not my type. So of course I gave him audience because he was my type. Now, this is the attraction we're talking about. There was no feelings involved. There is nothing deep. It's just, oh, he's my type. Okay, let's talk. Come here, baby. Let's talk. But then we spoke the first day. The second day, and especially the second day, there was something he said. I just knew that this person is not smart. This person does not think. And for me, it was just, the attraction just died. I stopped seeing the beauty in him. And that is the norm. If you're attracted to somebody, yes, that attraction is what takes you. But the minute that person does not have substance, that attraction dies. So if you're chasing somebody for 8 months, it has to be because there is more than physical attraction. It has to be because you've seen value in the person. You've seen the person's worth. You've seen that this person is worth fighting for. This person is worth chasing. And so you're chasing. That's the only reason why you should keep chasing. Physical attraction took you there, but you are chasing because you've seen more. This person is gold. I'm willing to work for it. And so you're chasing. So in that sense, if you're chasing because of more, in that sense, you would never have any revenge psychology because you respect this person. So the paramount is not sex. So you're not going to be embittered that this person has not given me sex. This person has not this person has not that. You're willing to work for it. You're happy to work for it. And this is talking stage. So in that stage, you probably still have somebody you're sleeping with to relieve whatever you're relieving. You probably have somebody on the side or whatever. You have 1, 2, 3, whatever. That's your business. It's not cheating because you are not in a relationship. It's talking stage. But this particular person, you are no longer focused on the sex. You still want her, you still desire her sexually, but you want more. So the sex is not your problem anymore. So in that sense, in that particular moment, you cannot be thinking revenge anything because sex is no longer priority for you. That's the first thing that can happen when you first move with physical attraction. The second thing that can happen when you move with physical attraction is that the person is just not it. Person's mindset, person's whatever. And in that sense, your attraction dies and you move on. Your attraction cannot die and you still be staying there because you want to have sex. You're a horrible person, the devil incarnate. Because how can you sleep with somebody you're not attracted to? In the name of revenge. That makes you a terrible person. I don't know if people don't listen to what you say. And you say this is how men are. Coming from a man. Me, I'm here telling you that this is not how all men are. So please don't be spoiling our mindset when men are concerned. Then when people start talking things now, you will be attacking feminists and be saying nonsense. But you're painting your own gender in the light that he is bad. He's staying with you for this long is because of sex. You give him fast, he will still leave you. You're painting your gender as evil. How can you chase somebody without attraction just because you want to have sex? How do you say people you are not attracted to? Something is wrong with you mentally. And if you're still attracted to the person, it's because the person has shown you more. There is no way you can still remain attracted to the person just because of their looks when you've had the time to know them and they've shown you that they don't have substance. If there's no substance, that attraction should die. It should die. Now, let me be balanced and just tell you this. They said that women sometimes keep men this long, not because they're interested in you. Because if she's interested in you, she should have said it a long time ago. They keep you because they want attention, probably want to use you for money, probably want to use you. Yes. That's a very valid possibility. We have those women. They will keep this guy, keep that one, keep this one, keep 5 of them so they can be billing them. They have absolutely no intention of dating them, but they keep them. They love the attention. They love the fact that he runs to their needs, runs to their beck and call, and that's why you call them slow. But this one, if you're in this category, it's because you're unintelligent. Because I assure you, if a woman is playing with you, you will know. Women are such emotional beings that they cannot fake it that much, except you're absolutely daft. Except you don't know the power of conversations. Because if you talk to somebody, this is why me, Nicki Minaj, I don't joke with her, because it's not just that she can rap well, her mind. And she said this in All Things Go. I look beyond what people say and then I see intent. Then I just sit back and decipher what they really meant. You just look at words. You don't try to decipher a person. I have this vendor on Twitter that I've ordered 3 things from him. I've not even collected any, but I've paid in full. The 3 times I paid in full. The 3rd time when I was like, send me your account details, let me pay for this thing. I've not even gotten my goods yet. He was like, but you trust me. This one you're just paying, you've not collected. And I'm like, yes, I trust you because I know you're a good person. We've never met, so how do I know he's a good person? He was also surprised. But it's because I listen. When I'm reading things on Twitter, but I'm listening. I'm reading beneath the words. I'm reading in between the words. I'm looking beyond what was said and I'm deciphering the intent. You can tell a person's intent from how they speak, from what they say. Even if they're trying to fake it and pretend, you can tell their intent. You can read emotions from words. You can know when something is coming inherently from a good place, and you can know that deep down this person is a good person. Sometimes they might say bad things. Sometimes they might say things that are wrong. But you can tell from the emotions if you really know how to read words, if you really know how to look beyond what people say and see the intent. You can tell that this babe is just playing me. You can tell that this babe is just after my money. And girls that after your money will bill you. Even if they are forming innocent angel, they'll always come up with a reason to bill you. A woman that really cherishes you does not bill you. That's the honest truth. That's the honest truth. There are some of us that don't even bill the ones we cherish. I can't even bill my family. I really have a problem with asking anybody for money. But a woman, even if she bills 100 men, if she really cherishes you, she's not billing you. She might share her problems with you. She might tell you once in a while, look, babe, this, that. But she's not going to be billing you. And you know what I mean when I say billing you? All this mindless asking for money, she's not going to be billing you. In fact, sometimes you're giving her, she'll be concerned about you. But shouldn't you be saving? Don't you have this? You can tell when somebody is into you. So if you say a woman is keeping you for 8 months, you're slow. It's because you've not deciphered. Decipher from her conversations and you can know she's playing you. Then you move. It's not something that is always like that. There are women that they are not just sure. They've had their hearts broken, or they're being careful, they're guarding their hearts, and they know that, look, if I give myself, I'm going to give myself 100%. I'm going to give my soul, my body, my spirit, my mind, my heart, my everything. I'm going to give everything that embodies me to this person. I'm going to be totally committed to this person, give this person my loyalty and everything. So I need to be sure that he's worth it. I need to be sure that I'm not making a mistake. So when they meet you, they don't say no, because you have the markings of somebody that can be. Somebody that can make them happy. You have the markings of somebody that is good. You have the markings of somebody they can be with for a long time, but they are not sure, so they take their time to be sure. And so you can go to 8 months, 1 year. What is the problem with that? There are people who meet and in a split second, they are so sure. love at first sight or whatever. They are so sure and they move, because if you're so sure, you move. What are you waiting for? But you see somebody that you're like, but this guy looks like he's good. This guy, the way he talks to me, the way he behaves, the way he acts, but man, am I sure? Because let me not come and give everything to this guy and you come and fuck up. Let me wait and be sure. And they're waiting to be sure. And these men have seen them as gold. They've seen them as, man, this woman, she's not just beautiful, she's resourceful, she's intelligent, she's hardworking, she's humble, she's the full package. I'm going to wait. I'm going to prove to her that I deserve her. I'm going to prove to her that these things I'm saying are not just words. I'm going to prove to her that my actions are not pretentious. I'm going to prove to her that I'm here for a long time. I'm not just here for a good time. I'm going to prove to her that this will work. And you call that man a simp. You say he's slow, he's jobless, because he's working hard to get gold. Excuse me, if you're working hard for a contract that is worth millions, and it doesn't come the first month, doesn't come the second month, doesn't come the third month, are you going to give up? You know what's at the end of the tunnel. Are you going to give up? So you can work hard for money, but women are not valuable enough for you to work hard for a good woman. It's not valuable enough for you to stay and be patient and prove to a good woman that she's safe with you. You think he's simping. You think the person is slow. You think the person is jobless. I was so angry. I'm like, how are you seeing yourselves? Like, these are men talking about men like this. Please, there are good men. Don't poison all of us. As long as there is the 1% that I know cherish women, that when they see a good woman, they don't mind waiting 1 year. There was somebody that has been chasing me, and at some point I was, because me, I'm not sure. I see the markings, I see the potential, I see that this person can make me happy, but I'm not sure yet. And I'm like, look, you know what? I don't want to waste your time. Just go. He says, forget about me. Shebi is my time. I've seen what I want, and I'm willing to prove to you that this is for real. So stop chasing me. So you call that one a simp now. You say he's lying to me, that he's staying so he can get revenge sex. That's what you say. And then when I say, oh, in that case, men are bad, then you say not all men are bad. But what are you saying and what are we saying? Every time I go on Twitter and I say something that, oh, this guy is so good, or this, a man always replies me and says, they're playing with you, you don't know men, they can pretend, they can lie. Every time a woman says something positive about a man, men themselves come up and say something negative. And then when we talk, you say, yo, don't generalize. Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Look, there are men that will chase you for long because they've seen value in you. They've seen what they want, and they're willing to prove to you that they are what you deserve. They are what you need. They are what you want. They are willing to show you. And that's not simping. That's a bloody king. That's some royal shit right there. Forgive my language. So don't let men tell you, don't let men confuse you, because all these things we're hearing. Now when I heard that in the spirit, I had to leave. I'm like, please, let me go and detoxify my mind from all these things I've heard. Before one good man now be approaching me and be taking his time to prove to me that he's the right person for me, and I'll start thinking, oh, his revenge sex is after. Or people start telling me he's a simp. Please, when you start hearing things like that, remove yourself from those. So I'm going to be limiting how I join Twitter spaces, because the mentality, and it was coming from people I did not expect it to come from. And I just realized that these ones have never been in love. They're just after sex. They're just after the physical. Because when you see something you value, a miner that is mining diamond or mining gold, is he going to just knock once on the hard soil, and it doesn't open? You'll be like, I beg, I don't get your time, they go, Jerry. Whose time are you wasting? When he knows the value of us underneath that rock, he's going to stay there. He's going to drill. He's going to show the rock that, look, I'm going to prove to you that I have the right tools. I'll prove to you that I'm capable. I'll prove to you that I'm the right man for this job. I'm going to break this your hard shell, hard rock, all this your walls. I'm going to break it so I can get the treasure beneath. I will stay how long it takes in this mining ground. And I'm going to mine, because I know what I'm getting is diamond. A man that is after diamond will chase you for however long it takes to get you, as long as he knows that you're worth it, as long as he knows that you're not wasting his time because you just want to waste his time. You're just not sure, and you're trying to be sure. He's going to be patient, and he's going to wait with you. So all this nonsense people are saying on space, that's Google's problem. I was just very disappointed that is men painting men like this. And then when we talk, people get upset. If I turn around now and say, oh, so that means men has come. Thank God they've not given me mic, because I would have said all these things people are saying. So that means men has come now. All of you has come. That's what you're saying. So if I give a man under 1 week, he will leave me. If a man stays with me for long and he celebrates with me, that means he's waiting now. When he finally gets it. Somebody will say, man, we can't stay long. We will stay long just to get that thing. When you can get sex from anywhere. From any hole on the streets. From anybody that is interested in one night stand, from anybody in the club that you take home, when you can get sex anywhere, you chase a woman heartily. just to get revenge sex, that's evil. And you people are saying it without shame. That's horrible. People are terrible people. Terrible, because it's just sex. What's the big deal? And the girl was saying, but it's just sex. What's the big deal? They can get it anywhere. And they were still not seeing sense in what she was saying. They were picking holes in her story. And I'm like, ah, damn. I pity the girls that will follow these ones. May God not let us meet this kind of men. Because they are good men. They are good men. Don't let anybody deceive you. There are men that will wait with you and be celibate with you, and they will not be cheating, and they will not be trying to get revenge sex. They will not be trying to prove a point. They know you're worth it, and they are willing to wait till you can see that they are also worth it. So don't let anybody deceive you. I'm gonna just stop here because a girl is getting too emotional. So next time, y'all, bye.